Good morning, it is day 6. I'm heading to work, but before I finish getting ready, I'll show you guys my outfit because I usually always forget. This is what I am wearing. So this is just a cotton t-shirt from Uniqlo. This is my favorite t-shirt. I have them in a few different colorways now. They are just so structured and they're so thick and they're 100% cotton. I just really love them. This is a sweater or like a cardigan from Zara. I got it a couple years ago. I never put this in the dryer because I made the mistake of putting the other color I have in the dryer and it shrunk. So I never put this in a dryer. I line dry it. And then the pants are from RW&Co. They are navy, a really dark navy. They don't look it, but they are. And then for shoes, I'm just wearing these heels that I got from Zara. I just like how they look. They're really simple. They're only like a 3-inch heel, which is perfect for work. And they kind of match the cardigan I'm wearing. I'm heading into work now. McDonald's is having their like $1 coffee promo, so you can get any size coffee for $1, and I have been taking advantage of it. I get a coffee for me and then a coffee for my boss. So I just came from McDonald's and there's like something weird happening in the sky. There's like this big bright yellowy orange contraption in the sky, and it's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm actually really excited. I'm talking about the sun, by the way. Today is cold. It's -6. It's supposed to get even colder today, but it isn't snowing, so the sun is partially peeking through, which is exciting. Hello, I just got home. I'm going to change and then we're gonna have dinner. I don't even know what we're having for dinner. But I did check the mail and it was the very first thing that I did when I got home. So according to my app here, I should have 2 parcels in my community mailbox. But I checked today and I got nothing. So they forgot to put the key in. So yeah, this Glossier one was delivered on the 3rd. This one was on the 4th, and still haven't received either of these. I finished having dinner, and because it's been a bit of a slow day, I thought I would sit and chat with you guys for a bit before we open our advent calendar. So in the first Vlogmas video, I asked you guys to give me suggestions on what you wanted to see throughout the Vlogmas series. So I'm always going to refer to that video to see if there's anything that you guys want to see from me, or any other comments that kind of pop up in my feed. But Jenna M made a comment and she said that she'd like to see some of the beauty things that are on my radar for 2019, things that I'm looking to purchase and things I'm looking to use up. So I actually don't have too many products that are on kind of my wish list. I have a running album in my phone, which is what I'm looking at in case you're wondering. But I have a running album there where I keep screenshots of products that are on my kind of like to buy list. So one of the products in here is actually the ByTerry Ombre Black Star Color Fix Cream Eyeshadow. So it's essentially like an eyeshadow stick. I'll move over this way so that I can insert a photo of it here. But I picked up the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick, as you guys know if you watched one of my previous videos, and some of you recommended the ByTerry one, so I definitely want to pick it up. One of the color suggestions was Misty Rock, and I looked at swatches online of it, but Misty Rock seems like it's a color that I would definitely be into. And then I also added Bronze Moon to my kind of loves list, wish list album. So I'm definitely gonna pick up one of these probably in the new year because I don't really need anything right now. I have a lot of products that I'm trying to go through, which I will talk about in a second. I'm also very interested in the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer. I have a lot of concealers on the go right now, which is why I haven't gone out and bought that yet. But I think once I use up a concealer, probably the ones in my project pan currently, I'm gonna pick this one up. Speaking of Charlotte Tilbury, they are supposed to be bringing back their Pillow Talk eyeshadow and blush in the new year. Someone mentioned around Valentine's Day or that month, maybe in February 2019. As soon as I get a notification for that, I'm ordering it because I missed out on that one because I was on a no buy and it just looks amazing, so I want it. The last 2 things are really beauty tools. So I also have my eye on the Dyson Airwrap styler. I want to buy it from Sephora so that I can at least I don't know, maybe get points out of it, but it has been sold out. It's been sold out on the Dyson website. It's been sold out on Sephora. I'm actually not even sure if it came to Sephora or if they just have the product there as a placeholder for when they do come in stock, but I'm definitely intrigued by that. I feel like I would benefit more from it if I had longer hair, but I am looking to grow my hair out because I've had short hair for a little while now, and I'm just kind of, I wouldn't say I'm sick of it, I just want to change. And then the last thing that's on my radar is a new Mason Pearson brush. So this comes with a bit of a story time. I promise I won't make it too long. But I did own a Mason Pearson brush. I've had it for years and years, and it was the mixed bristle, so it was boar and nylon, and it was the handy size, and I just loved that brush, and it lasted so long. I always used to compare it to the Sonia Kashuk brush, but the Mason Pearson brushes are just amazing. They're very expensive though for a hairbrush, but it's a really good hairbrush. So the reason a new one is on my radar is because I lost the one that I had. So back at the end of October, the Beau and I went to a wedding, one of our friends' weddings. They had their wedding, I think it was the last weekend of October. It was downtown Toronto, so it was at the Acadia Court. So if you're not familiar with that, it is in the Simpson Tower, so it's on Bay and Queen. So it was a beautiful wedding. I don't think I vlogged that weekend. I might have. If I did, I'll insert some clips. But it was a beautiful wedding, and we stayed downtown, so we stayed at a hotel there. The Beau booked the hotel, so everyone else we knew was staying at the Sheraton, which is like right across the street, but we stayed at the Pantages Hotel, which is kind of on the other side of the Eaton Center by Fran's restaurant, if you're familiar with that. It's a boutique hotel, so it's kind of a one-off hotel. So first of all, that hotel is supposed to be a 4-star hotel, but the lobby is cute, but the rooms itself are very dated. It just, like, to me is not what I'm typically used to in a boutique 4-star hotel. I promise I'm getting to how I lost my brush at this hotel, but in the bathroom they have a huge sink, and the sink basically took up the entire width of the counter space in the bathroom, so you only had maybe like a couple of inches on either side. So there's really not a lot of places to put products, skincare products, hairbrushes, makeup. So what I did was, because the sink is like a really large, like porcelain, it's kind of a shallow sink, I took a towel and I placed it kind of in the sink basin near the edge to put products on so they wouldn't just roll into where the drain was. At some point during the weekend, I must have put my brush there, and it must have kind of got covered by the towel, so I didn't notice that I was missing it until I was all packed up and on my way home. I actually realized I forgot it probably that evening, so it was already like 9 o'clock at night. So I called the hotel, actually the Beau called the hotel for me, and it went to voicemail. They have like a lost and found inbox, and we left a message saying, hey, we lost this brush in this suite on this night or day, and they never called us back. We ended up calling 2 or 3 times, even talked to a real person a couple of times, and like very, very poor customer service. Finally, they say that they do have a brush that they got from that suite, and the Beau went there. He waited an hour and a half for them to locate the brush, and he was pretty pissed about it. I'm not gonna lie. I felt really bad because I didn't realize it was gonna take that long, and he had other things to do, obviously. When they finally brought out the brush, it was not the correct one. And I asked the Beau to get them to bring out all of the brushes so that he could see all of the brushes that people had left, and again, my brush wasn't there. Anyways, after having to go through that whole ordeal of calling several times and never getting a reply, talking to a real person, and then still not getting my brush back, I was pretty annoyed. I'm gonna say annoyed, but I was actually really angry. I mean, I've brought that brush so many different places. Like I brought it with me to Greece, to Japan, to China, to the Philippines, to the United States, to Barcelona, and I never once left it. So I was kind of mad at myself for leaving it, but at the same time I was mad at Pantages Hotel because they obviously don't have a good process for lost and found. First of all, like the brush that they brought out that they stated was mine was not even close to what I described. It was not my brush for sure. So knowing that they don't even have a simple process for lost and found items makes me question their process for anything that they do there, whether it's laundry, how they clean the suites. So, I mean, they should have a standard operating procedure for when someone leaves something in the room. So you bag it, you put it in a, you know, a secure place, you write like the date and the time and the suite on there. But I don't know what their process is, but there's no reason I should not have gotten my brush back. And if for whatever reason they accidentally threw it through the laundry machine or the dryer, or they threw it out, they should just be honest and say that they did that instead of like stringing us along. Anyway, long story short, that is the reason I need to get a new Mason Pearson brush. I am torn between which size and style I should get. So originally I had the mixed bristle with the handy size. I'm tempted to go up a size and go with a full bore bristle brush, but I'm not sure yet. So those are things that are on my radar. Let's talk about things I'm gonna try to use up, but for that, we have to go into my little beauty closet. So first of all, I have a huge mess going on here. Normally I would clean this up during the weekend and like wash my brushes, but since I was busy all weekend, I didn't get a chance to do it. I'll probably tidy this up a little bit tonight, but it is a very messy situation here. So I have some new things that I got from Glossier mixed in with some other products. In here is where I've been keeping the products I'm using for my project pan. I like to keep it all in one place so that I can just like easily grab everything to do a full face with. So that's kind of how I've been separating this with all of these. So of course I'm trying to use up the products in my project pan. In terms of other products that I'm trying to use up, I doubt I'm going to be able to use up another blush, but I do want to be a little bit more picky with the blushes that I currently have. I'm thinking of doing another declutter where I get rid of some of the blushes because I do have some products in here that I have not used in a really long time. So for example, this Illamasqua blush in Naked Rose, I've probably used this 2 or 3 times since my last declutter. So definitely not enough uses to justify keeping. Same thing with this Laura Mercier Lush Nectarine blush. I probably use this a little bit more. I want to say like 20 times this past year, but again, it's not as loved as some of the other products that I have here. Where I'm really looking to make a change is my lipstick collection, so I'm looking to use up a few things here. I want to use up this Lancome Juicy Shaker in the new year because I've had this for a while and look, you can even tell how much I've used it. It's not as much as the other color that I had, which was Piece of Cake. And I also want to use up this guy, which is the Giorgio Armani Rouge Armani Sheer. This is a really great lipstick that I definitely need to use more. It's a really sheer formulation, but it's so comfy on the lips. And then I also want to try to use up this gloss. This is the only YSL gloss that I own, and you can see that I've used quite a bit of it. So I'm probably going to put these in my next like project pan because I kind of want to use those up. Anyway, it is time to open up day 6 of our advent calendar. Ooh. I think this one might be hollow also, but it is an angel? Okay, splitsies? Yeah. You can have the top today. There you go. I want one with filling.
I have one with filling.
Good chocolate.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.